add on to the housekeeping notes here. So this presentation is about 45 minutes. It's broken down into about 6 sections, and after each section, I'll just take a few minutes, take a sip of water, and then carry on. And to qualify to win the gift card, you must be tuned in for the entire webinar, as well as the question period. Engagement is appreciated, so please send your questions to Emily, and she'll ask me all those at the end. Today or tomorrow, Emily will send you a thank you email, and in this email will be a link to a form. This form will add you to our database. We very much appreciate everyone completing and submitting this form. And just to qualify, I am presenting from my home office, and to try my best to prevent distractions. I've told my husband he should stay away for at least an hour or more, and my dog and I had a long chat this morning, and she promised not to bark. So hopefully I've got a quiet environment for this webinar. So moving on, just a little more housekeeping. I promise this will be the end. I just would like you guys to meet our team. Raymond Mathias, he's right there in the center. And he's our business development manager. He's based in Toronto. Julia, to your right, she's the newest addition to our team, and she's our digital marketing person. She's also based in Toronto. And myself, Tammy, marketing and promotions. I'm based in Alberta, and together, we are your Cayman Islands team for Canada. So my goal today is to share a destination with you that I feel passionate about and I'm really invested in. I'm invested because Cayman was my home for a very long time. I've been working with Cayman Islands tourism for more than 20 years, 10 years with the national airline, and about 14 years with the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism. I don't ever claim to know it all, but I hope by now I would know a fair bit. I also wish to debunk some misconceptions about the Cayman Islands and hopefully provide you with a solution-based options for your clients that are maybe experiencing all-inclusive fatigue or looking for a superior vacation experience. I'm going to move into a COVID update just to let you guys know where we stand as a government with the COVID situation. Currently, our government response is to protect our residents. So our government's being very proactive in taking strict measures to safeguard all of our communities on all 3 islands. The main focus at the moment is the health of our residents. We've had no deaths resulting from local transmissions. Maybe some of you have heard that we had 1 death of a cruise ship passenger. He was initially experiencing cardiac issues, was taken to Cayman Health City. Unfortunately, subsequently, he passed away. You know, it's very unfortunate. For updates, please visit the link you'll see on your screen. Currently, we have 73 cases. And I think globally, for the future, we're all asking the same question. How and when do countries welcome back visitors without increased threat of spreading COVID-19? So that's a question we can hopefully all answer together in the future. So moving on, in the meantime, this is how you're going to be a Cayman Islands travel superhero. First of all, stay home. I'm sure you've heard that a million times, but please stay home. We can dream now and travel later. You can visit the Cayman Islands Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube streaming sessions. We have local professionals, musicians, artists, and culinary influencers ready to share their experiences. Virtual tours. So lots of products are offering virtual tours. Our National Museum, the Western Grand Cayman, Central Caribbean Marine Institute. There's lots out there. Attend webinars like you're doing now, and thank you for that. Follow our social media sites. Maybe you want to co-host a Cayman webinar or information session for your own clients. Maybe we can take that offline and talk to me later on. We can sort something out for you. Cook, drink, or share destination-inspired dishes and libations, you know, get in the mood. For recipes, I would suggest going to culinarycapital.com, and if those recipes don't work for you, please reach out and contact me. I've got a lot more. So the next slide, I'm going to show you a destination video in response to the COVID situation. So this might take a second to load. We'll just move on here. There we go.
There are many things we must be doing, but especially for everyone's good health, safety, and peace of mind. While we may be visited from each other, we feel that we can share the acts of kindness, we offer food, and the visit ways we will visit again. If only our imagination for the night. Oh my God, the soft time between your In the midnight of the sea, beyond the horizon, marvelous the churches and the walls around us. Feeling strength from the beach to forest, my world is which is the test of time. Golden blue with the light of gold of vibrant glow, finding the quiet shaded corner and relax, watch the sun rise, day after day. The things we remember of yesterday are the things we remember today. Cayman Islands, being with the family, sharing with friends, playing on the beach. We dream of being united. Until then, we send you our love from the Cayman Islands.
I apologize for that echo.
There are many
Of
things
course, that didn't happen during the practice runs, but a bit of an echo there nonetheless. So moving on from our COVID update, let's talk about why you want to sell the Cayman Islands. We have the highest standard of living in the Caribbean, and that probably will be an issue in a post-COVID environment. So keeping in mind, high standard of living, good infrastructure. 3-island experience, culinary capital of the Caribbean, friendly and high quality customer service. We have a very high repeat Canadian visitation. Once you get them there, your clients will keep coming back. You can earn commission on condos and water sports. So we want you to pre-book excursions for those clients. And again, most hotels are within 15 to 20 minutes from the airport. Moving on to what consumers are saying about us. TripAdvisor Traveler's Choice 2020 Beach Awards, Best Beach in the Caribbean, we were rated number 3. Best Beach in the World, number 6. Condé Nast Reader's Choice Awards 2019, Best Beach in the World, they rated us number 2. Top Resorts in the Caribbean, number 3 for the Kimpton Resort. Afar Magazine rated us number 3 of where to go in 2019. And we now have 10 Wine Spectator awarded restaurants as of 2018. So moving on with the accolades, Caribbean Journal, Airport of the Year, Best Island to Visit. People are saying really good things about us. So getting to the Cayman Islands, one of the first questions I get when people ask me about getting to the Cayman Islands is where are the Cayman Islands? So we are 3 tiny islands situated in the Western Caribbean. We are south of Cuba, northwest of Jamaica, and a 4-hour direct flight from Toronto. We're also surrounded by a very deep body of water called the Cayman Trench. Now, this water is deep and unpredictable, so the only way between these islands is to fly. There's no ferry service, there's no boating service. Although we're out of the hurricane belt, we have only been directly impacted by 3 Category 5 storms in the last 100 years. So we're in a pretty good position and well protected by Cuba. Drilling down a bit for a closer look, you will see here each island on a larger scale, broken down by district. Your sister islands are on the right-hand side, and Grand Cayman is on the left-hand side. The bulbous end of that island being the more secluded area of East End, and the concave bit on the other side between West Bay and Georgetown is 7 Mile Beach. The open body of water almost in the middle is called the North Sound, and this is where you would visit Stingray City. We'll talk more about the sister islands later on in the presentation. So all routes across Canada lead to the Cayman Islands. Easy same-day connections from most major gateways within Canada on Air Canada and WestJet. So the same-day service you're going to get from Winnipeg to Halifax, unfortunately there isn't overnight for the western part of the country. Now, direct service originates from Toronto, and you can also get to the Cayman Islands via many U.S. carriers, many gateways. So Atlanta, Detroit, Boston, New York, Houston, Miami, Tampa, and there are many more. There's plenty of ways to get to the Cayman Islands. Air Canada provides a year-round service with up to 5 flights in the winter and 2 in the summer months. WestJet also provides year-round service with up to 2 flights in the winter and 1 in the summer. Sunwing is a new service for us this year. They operate seasonally and 1 flight a week, and I believe that is on Sunday. Post 5-year renovation and revitalization project, we now have a fantastic new facility, which is our Owen Roberts International Airport. This terminal has tripled in size from 43,000 square feet to 120,000 square feet. We can now accommodate over 2 million passengers. We have new check-in, departure, arrival halls, food court, more duty-free options, and lots of retail. Keeping in mind that this is the final experience your clients will have as they exit the Cayman Islands. It is our goal to make sure that they have a stress-free and memorable experience. Maybe island hopping is something you want to look at for your clients. Suggest an adventurous island hop on Cayman Airways Express. They have multiple flights daily from Grand Cayman to Cayman Brac to Little Cayman. You can easily make a reservation at CaymanAirways.com. On average, the cost is about $100 US per direction with lots of frequency. Your client can take a day trip or overnight and stay in one of our well-appointed properties on the sister islands. Okay, Cayman Tourism product. I'm just going to take a sip of water here, and then we'll carry on. Perfect. So 9 things you might not expect of the Cayman Islands. Number 1, we're not actually islands at all. So we're actually part of an underwater mountain range called the Cayman Ridge, which rises more than 7,500 meters at its highest point. The highest point above sea level is actually the east end of Cayman Brac, and that's about 46.6 meters. We drive on the left. As a British overseas territory, you can expect to drive on the left-hand side of the road. You can actually walk the entire 7-mile beach, but if you're counting steps, please keep in mind it's actually only 5 3/4 miles long. We are the culinary capital of the Caribbean, 200+ restaurants, so eating out is a daily activity. We're also home of the mudslide. So as the story goes, the Wreck Bar at Brum Point is reported to be the first place where this delicious mudslide cocktail was invented back in the 70s. And if, at the bottom of your screen, you'll just see an image of what that mudslide would look like. Quite delicious. You can experience underwater fairy dust, and what that means is we have this secret lagoon on Grand Cayman, and it's one of the handful of places in the world where the phenomenon of bioluminescence can be found. It's actually not a secret lagoon. We'll tell you it's an East End and direct you there, not a problem. We have a dive site for every day of the year, Dive 365. We are recognized as the birthplace of recreational diving in the Caribbean. We are home to some of the rarest species in the world. Have you ever heard of the blue iguana, or the rarest orchid in the world called the endemic ghost orchid? We have a red-footed booby colony on Little Cayman. It's the largest breeding colony of these birds in the Western Hemisphere. And the only native land mammal of the Cayman Islands are bats. Pretty neat. Little Cayman is one of the least developed islands left in the Caribbean. It has just 197 residents, but around 2,000 iguanas, all of whom have the right of way. The allure of the Cayman Islands, again, the highest standard of living in the Caribbean, important for a post-COVID environment. Impressive infrastructure, North American standards, communication, transportation, water, sewage, electric, world-class medical systems, brand new airport we just talked about. Island hopping, if you want to go to Cayman Brac for some soft adventure or Little Cayman for some tranquility in nature, that's available. We are an English-speaking nation with over 140 different nationalities. You've all heard of the world-famous 7-Mile Beach, culinary capital of the Caribbean, 200 restaurants, 365 dive sites, clean, friendly, safe, most accommodation within 15 to 20 minutes from the airport. We have a range of accommodation for all budgets. Room stock of over 7,000, 3 to 5-star hotels, resorts, condos, and villas. Grand Cayman is the largest of our 3 islands. It's about 197 square kilometers, about 60,000 residents. We would call it cosmopolitan. Has an excellent variety of accommodation, lots of attractions, Stingray City, Camana Bay, 7-Mile Beach, Crystal Caves. Cayman Brac is our adventurous little sister with 36 square kilometers, 2,000 residents. Very good for outdoor adventure, so hiking, scuba diving, bird watching, cave exploring. and a 20-minute flight on Cayman Airways Express. Little Cayman is our tranquil little sister, 26 square kilometers, 197 residents. It's tranquil, secluded, relaxing. Maybe you want to do some cycling, some diving, enjoy the wildlife. It's a 40-minute flight on Cayman Airways Express from Grand Cayman on the Twin Otter. Hey, some of the experiences you might have in the Cayman Islands. Just taking a sip of water. Okay, moving on. No doubt you've heard me say that we are the culinary capital of the Caribbean. This is an earned title and with very good reason. Again, 200 plus restaurants, 140 nationalities. These nationalities are important because they lend themselves to our international flavors, our great diversity, quality, and selection. You can get everything from a quaint fish shack to a five-star restaurant. We have daily and weekly farmers markets, sea and farm to table experiences. Sunday brunch is a well-executed Cayman tradition. We have a very big brunch culture in Cayman. Food tours, flavor tours, there really is no shortage of food experiences on these islands. 10 Wine Spectator awarded restaurants. We have the Caribbean's only AAA 5-diamond restaurant. We offer cooking classes, international events. Now these international events start with Cayman Cookout. This is hosted by Chef Eric Repair and set along 7 Mile Beach at the luxurious Ritz-Carlton, bringing together talented chefs, wine and spirit experts, and culinary influencers. Cayman Cookout is one of the most prestigious celebrations of food and wine in the world. Next we have Taste of Cayman. This is a food and drink festival. It's one of the largest festivals held in the Cayman Islands each year in January. So the restaurants get together, they bring you their best that Cayman has to offer. It's a do not miss experience. Slow food days, kind of what you would expect as opposed to fast food. So it's a day-long event that includes festivities for foodies of all ages, from tasting markets featuring global flavors made with local ingredients. Cayman Food Revolution cooking class for budding chefs. There's inspiration. Ending with a dinner under the stars. Sounds like fun. The Restaurant Month happens every October. The Cayman Islands Tourism Association coordinates Restaurant Month with the local restaurants, signing up to offer fixed price menus at a discount, sort of similar to what local food festivals in your community, you may have experienced. Cocktail Week, you can join local mixologists and bartenders for a week-long cocktail festival. Participants will have the opportunity to order discounted high-end cocktails served up by the finest international bartenders. Moving on to more adventure. Well, moving on to experiences, that would be our adventurous experience. If anyone's following along by image, I'm starting at the top left and working my way down to the bottom right. So if you have clients seeking land-based adventurous things to do in the Cayman Islands, we've got a good variety here. Cayman Crystal Caves, they're natural limestone formations with spectacular stalactite and stalagmite crystal structures and formations. Maybe you want to hike the Mastic Trail. This is a pretty important area for us because it represents one of the last remaining examples of the Caribbean's subtropical semi-deciduous dry forests. Maybe a round of golf or two. Maybe give rock climbing a try in Cayman Brac. Moving on to water-based adventure, kayaking in Little Cayman, maybe a bioluminescent fairy dust tour in Grand Cayman. Remember, these tours are booked around the cycle of the moon, so make sure you're booking appropriately, or just remember that when we're booking later on. The world-famous Stingray City, kiteboarding, parasailing, sunset sailing, deep-sea fishing, SCUBA. There really is no shortage here. Moving on to arts and culture. Preserving and sharing the Caymanian culture is of primary importance and an absolute source of pride for Cayman. Your client might experience Cayman culture by visiting some of the primary attractions, so National Gallery, where you'd see local artwork, Botanic Park for indigenous flora and fauna. Pedro St. James is the birthplace of democracy in the Cayman Islands. And each island has their own museum with historic artifacts reflective of their respective islands. Everybody tells the story a bit differently, so the museums are a little bit different. Expanding on the cultural experience, Mission House. This house rose to prominence in the 1800s and became known as Mission House because of the early missionaries, teachers, and families who lived there while establishing the community, the Presbyterian Church, and the schools in Bodentown. Our traditional dance is known as the quadrille, and this dance was fashionable in the 18th and 19th century in Europe and its colonies, and it was subsequently adopted by the Cayman Islands. Badabanu is a carnival in May, a Caribbean tradition going back more than 175 years, complete with costumes and nonstop calypso and soca music. Thatch weaving and rope making is a rich tradition in Cayman and a valuable part of Cayman's national history. Scuba diving is also part of our fabric. If you get a chance, visit the International Scuba Diving Hall of Fame exhibit at the Cayman Islands National Museum. Hero Square commemorates Cayman's historic and present-day heroes and is also a nod to Cayman's seafarers. These sculptures are located in the center of Georgetown near the Legislative Assembly building. Cayman has some of the best beaches. Beaches are pretty much picture postcard. Powder soft sand with crystal clear water. You know, whether you want to get in touch with your inner beach bum, experience a range of water sports, or just wait for that dramatic sunset. Cayman Islands have some of the most impressive beaches out there. Depending on how your clients visit the Cayman Islands, you're bound to overlap with an exciting event. So Badabanu Carnival takes place in May, Pirates Week in November, and the Cayman Islands Marathon happens every December. These are just a few of the annual events that take place, making the Cayman Islands a thrilling destination. We've talked about Cayman Cookout, Taste of Cayman. Let's talk about K-Fest. The Cayman Islands National Festival of Arts is an annual celebration hosted by the Cayman National Cultural Foundation, which showcases cultural diversity and artistic talent that exists within the community. Cayman Carnival Badabanu is held annually during the first week of May and is a vibrant highlight in the island's entertainment calendar. This is kind of interesting. The festival's name, Badabanu, is a salute to Cayman's turtling heritage, as the word Badabanu refers to the tracks left in the sand by the sea turtles who crawl onto the beach to nest. So finding these tracks was, and still is, a really good reason to celebrate. Flower Sea Swim is Grand Cayman's flagship sporting event. Each year hosting almost 1,000 registered swimmers. Participants vary in age from 8 to 80 and in skill level as well, from novice and first-timers to gold medal Olympians from around the globe. The race is the world's richest open water event with over $100,000 offered in cash and random prizes. Pirates Week is 10 fun-filled days of music, street dances, competitions, games, food festivals of traditional dishes and drinks, a pirate pooch parade, a children's fun day, teen dances, 2 glittering parades, sporting events for all ages, a pirate invasion topped off with spectacular fireworks. It's a pretty awesome event. Oh, pardon me. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Cayman Islands Marathon. So sure, you can run anywhere in the world, but wouldn't you prefer to run on a safe, beautiful Caribbean island surrounded by tropical flora and fauna, charming homes that are flawlessly landscaped and magnificent views of the sea? Well, if this works for you, come run with us at the Intertrust Cayman Islands National Marathon. There we go. So Camana Bay, yours to discover, an absolute must-do. It's a lively waterfront town within a town where you can satisfy your foodie cravings, you can shop for all things local, you can explore the weekly harvest markets, you can swing lazily on a hammock or climb the 75-foot observation tower. There's lots to do. This all happens a short walk from 7 Mile Beach, believe it or not. We have 650 acres of vibrant town center, award-winning design of shopping, dining, events, entertainment attractions, residential, commercial, public spaces, 50-plus shops and restaurants, farmers and artisan markets, and this is where one of the flavor tours happens. Moving on into scuba, diving is just one of the things we do really, really well. We are perfect for the novice diver or for the diver looking for a little bit of adventure. We've got warm water temperatures, amazing visibility, and very little current. This makes the Cayman Islands an attractive choice for a dive vacation or someone looking to dive whilst on vacation. 365 dive sites, 26 to 29 degrees Celsius year-round water temperature, 30-meter plus visibility year-round, experienced, highly trained, and expert dive operators, and we are consistently voted one of the world's top dive destinations. Free island offering, diverse dives, accessible shore and boat diving, lots of wrecks, wall diving, deep drop-offs, pristine reefs, and exciting wildlife. Cayman offers the best diving, and well, Cayman offers some of the best diving in the world. Environmentally protected reefs surround each of our 3 islands. Our secluded locale is what keeps our oceans clean and our coral healthy. With a number of must-do experiences, let's talk about the Cayman Turtle Center. This is where your client can take part in releasing a turtle back into the ocean. Hell, okay. Do you have a client that you would like to send to hell? Well, here's your opportunity. This is a fascinating limestone geological site that some say resembles hell, but regardless of how it got its name, it's stuck. And this area has become an attraction featuring a healthy post office from which you can send postcards from hell. Oh, that's pretty funny. You can experience Cayman helicopters, an amazing aerial view of the Cayman Islands. So it's kind of an unmatched experience, pretty awesome. Or you can check out the most interesting collection of exotic, rare, and classic motor cars and bikes at the Cayman Motor Car Museum. Our sister island, Little Cayman. So Little Cayman, you know, that remote island wonderland, one you always see in films and read about in books. Well, it's here. It actually exists. It's 10 miles long and 1 mile wide, if you could imagine. There may be more peace and quiet per square inch on Little Cayman than anywhere else. You can bask on empty beaches with soft sand and only the sound of the breeze rustling through the palm trees. Doesn't that sound amazing? Cayman Brac, our adventurous little sister, is named for its breathtaking bluff. Cayman Brac is off the beaten track, but remains charming. You know, it allows thrill seekers and nature lovers to get up close and personal with the rare flora and fauna. The tiny towns here have names like West End, Watering Place, Cotton Tree Bay, Creek, Spot Bay. This is an ideal place to unwind after a day packed with adventure. All right, let's slide into accommodation. One moment. I hope you guys have some great questions for me. Okay, let's talk about the current room stock. So we're sitting at about 7,200. As you can see here, Cayman has about 46% condos, which is an interesting option for you discerning clients. Got about 38% hotels and 15% villas. So kind of a nice stretch and spread. Let's start with our 3-star hotels. The Cayman Islands has a variety of well-known 3-star brands, including 2 all-inclusive properties. Kick back at the Holiday Inn. This is one of the most well-loved Caymanian island resorts where tranquility, fun, and beauty really are yours to enjoy. The Holiday Inn is Grand Cayman's only oceanfront north-sound-facing resort. There's 82 Holiday Inn guest rooms and suites and 32 Grand Caymanian guest rooms and suites. Now, originally, this property was wholly the Grand Cayman resort. And a few years back, they renovated and rebranded half the resort as the Holiday Inn. So now you get the best of both worlds. Each room has a private balcony or patio overlooking a garden, pool, or partial ocean. Most rooms have a full kitchen, dining room, living room, and dishwasher. Of course, complimentary Wi-Fi and lots of other amenities. Locale is our newest boutique property for business or pleasure. This is located in the heart of the 7 Mile Beach corridor, just a short walk from Georgetown and Cayman Bay. So this, you know, where you could easily find restaurants, shops, and nightlife. So very good location for a locale, very central. They offer 41 rooms and lofts, including an ADA demo on the ground floor. It's a contemporary home away from home. So you can stay for a night, you can stay for a month. They'll get a complimentary continental breakfast at Bonfire Restaurant, again, located on 7 Mile Beach and 15 minutes from the airport. Sunshine Suites Resorts offers the best and affordable boutique lodging and is a Canadian favorite. We've got 131 beautifully appointed suites, complimentary continental breakfast, full use of the neighboring sister property, the Westin on 7 Mile Beach. So that means you can go across the street, you can have lunch, you can buy something in the gift shop, and you can charge it back to your room at Sunshine Suites because you have full access to the beach and the amenities, sister properties. There's a Sunshine Grill and a Sunshine Cafe right on property. At Margarita Beach Resort Grand Cayman, you can discover the island vibe. This property is inspired by the lyrics and lifestyle of singer-songwriter Jimmy Buffett. You've got 185 rooms. This is authentically Caribbean. This resort embraces local taste. It's got direct beach access, and it offers your all-inclusive plans. You got 3 resort pools, including a family pool and a tranquility pool, multiple bars, restaurants, coffee shops, retail shops, and a gourmet marketplace, kids club, diving, snorkeling, lots of event space. The Wyndham Reef is located on the east end of Grand Cayman, which gives your clients the peace and quiet that many return guests are looking for. You get 152 all beachfront accommodations. They offer an all-inclusive plan, 2 restaurants, coffee shop, a Subway sandwich shop on property, complimentary Wi-Fi, on-site dive operator and water sports operator, live entertainment and theme nights. Our 4-star hotel offerings: Marriott Resort Grand Cayman, the Westin Grand Cayman, 7 Mile Beach Resort and Spa. So for the beach house experience and really to savor endless summer, give Grand Cayman Marriott Beach Resort a try. They have 295 luxurious guest rooms. They have that beach house experience and free amenities that include snorkeling equipment, paddle boards, GoPro cameras, most kids club activities, Linus bikes, and much more. They've also got a culinary, an award-winning culinary team. Just an insider tip, if you guys want to take advantage of these free amenities, make sure the guests are getting down there early and checking out the GoPro cameras so they get full use for the entire day. The Westin Grand Cayman, experience a revitalized Westin Grand Cayman on 7 Mile Beach Resort and Spa. This property just did a $50 million renovation of the rooms and public spaces completed in 2018. They've got 343 rooms, including 1- and 2-bedroom suites, a presidential suite. It's a AAA 4-diamond resort. There's lots of meeting space inside and out. Okay, let's take a quick break here before we move on to the 5-star and luxury boutiques hotels. So I'd like for you guys to be in the know. Throughout this presentation, you've heard me say Cayman, which is the local and authentic way to say and pronounce Cayman. If you want to impress your clients, you need to say it like a local, pronounce each syllable. So go ahead, give it a try. My challenge to you guys is during the question period, I'd like to hear you. Actually, in this case, I will see your questions. So use the local pronunciation in your questions, maybe the hyphen in there, that'll work. Let's see if my challenge is accepted. And I have a cute little video here for you.
It's not the Grand Cayman or even the Cayman. It's not Cayman. They like to say the Cayman. No, man, it's not Cayman. It's not Cayman. It's not Cayman. Not the Cayman during Cayman. It's Cayman. 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 Cayman Island. Cayman Island. Cayman.
Okay, just a bit of fun there. Yeah, there we go. On to the 5-star hotel offerings. So Ritz-Carlton Grand Cayman, the Kimpton Seafire Resort Spa, 7 Mile Beach Grand Cayman. The Ritz-Carlton is truly a brand that needs no introduction. I'm sure you've all heard of it. So we've got 365 rooms, including residences, suites. They've got a suite called 7 South, which is 20,000 square feet. It's the largest hotel villa in the Caribbean. They completed a room and common space renovation in 2018. We've got a spa by La Prairie, a blue tip golf course by Greg Norman, a Blue by Eric Repair, restaurant, culinary studio and exhibition, kitchen, water park. Jean-Michel Cousteau's Ambassador of the Environment Kids Program, pretty fantastic. Kimpton Seafire, this is Grand Cayman's first ever boutique style resort, and it is located on 7 Mile Beach. 266 guest rooms and suites with private balconies. 49 1- and 2-bedroom suites, 3 bungalows, which 6 suites. And we have a sky-high penthouse. They're a culinary leader, and their head chef is Canadian, so I think that's pretty cool. Moving on to the 5-star boutique hotels, smaller room inventory, but complete luxury. The Caribbean Club. Discerning travelers really look for a luxury home away from home, and they'll find it here. This is Grand Cayman's exclusive boutique hotel. We've got 37 1- to 3-bedroom oceanfront suites and villas, full gourmet kitchens, in-suite washer and dryer, full luxury hotel service. The concierge can have these suites pre-stocked to guest specifications, and Luca, the Italian restaurant and property, is absolutely divine. Palm Heights is new. It's a generational reboot celebrating regional culture, cuisine, wellness, thinking, and design. It's kind of Caribbean understated glamour. You've got 52 suites, 1- and 2-bedroom suites, 1- and 2-bedroom oceanfront penthouses, all-day dining at Tilly's Restaurant, guest-only pool, beach club, and lounge. And there's an on-site personal trainer as well. Condos and villas. So we've got Cayman villas and luxury Cayman villas. Your client's home in the Cayman Islands, in every sense of the word, can be a villa or condo. Keep that in mind. Cayman villas, private access to white sand beaches, world-famous scuba, snorkeling, modern amenities. Cayman Villas wants to make your villa rental experience on Cayman memorable. Locally owned since 1970. They've got 85 privately owned properties. All properties have AC, Wi-Fi, fully equipped kitchens, linens provided, no pets or smoking, please. And the property managers are available 24/7 to assist guests. Luxury Cayman Villas is really the most exclusive collection of pure luxury that Cayman has to offer. This is a really unique offering. They've got curated collection of properties, very trendy. They own and manage every property, so that's a great thing. A high level of personalized service, high standard of privacy and security, personal concierge service. I'd say that these properties are suitable for multi-generational families, multiple families, groups of friends, or group retreats. So like I said, a very unique offering. Just to mention, there is Airbnb on the island. There are 300 properties in Grand Cayman and 80 in the sister islands, and Airbnb is available. These properties are also licensed by our government. So getting around the Cayman Islands. Okay. We do have a taxi service, and taxis are available throughout the islands, and they are not metered. The government sets the fares. The initial fare is based on 1 to 3 passengers, and there's a minimum journey. I would suggest downloading the CI Go app, and this app will calculate your taxi fare before you order the taxi. Make sure you're confirming the fare before you get into the taxi and discuss additional charges for multiple drop-offs, extra passengers, extra bags, that kind of thing. If you want a local experience, take the bus. Island-wide service. There are no official bus stops. You can get on and get off anywhere. This is a great way to see lesser-known parts of the island. You could identify the bus by the target-like decals that exist on the back of the bus with the district initials. Like I said, get on anywhere, get off anywhere. You tell the driver 1 stop. He lets you off. Services for Monday to Saturday and limited on Sunday. Island-wide, great way to see the island. We do have a VIP meet and greet service for clients. Expedites you through customs and immigration, those long lines. It's available for single guests, families, groups. We can email customer service at caymanports.com to set up that service for your clients. We also have DMC services. Airport transfers, meet and greets, sedan services, land-based tours, attractions, destination management, on-site dispatchers, phone rentals. More DMC. These two providers offer ground service plus diving and water sports. So no matter who you choose, you're in good hands with any one of these providers. Cayman Islands Specialist Program. If you're not a specialist, I would love to see you be a specialist. You would have to contact Travel Agent University, complete the program, and that will give you a Cayman Islands status, specialist status and diploma. 4.5 continuing education points with the Travel Institute, automatic enrollment in Cayman Rewards program, and you will get e-newsletters featuring product updates and exclusive offers. So the reward program as follows: you have to log your bookings to be eligible for cash rewards. So pretty simple. And of course, there's our the cash you can earn, you know, first place, second place, third place. CaymanRewards.com. Cayman Islands Department of Tourism, that's us. What we do for you, what we can do for you. Presentations, seminars and trainings, customized brochure packages, promotional items for yourself and for your clients, fam trips, approved social media images with website content, connections with and introductions to on-island partners, and we're your primary source for accurate information. And let me just say that again, accurate information. I mean, from what I understand, everything on the internet is not true. Contact us. We've got a fantastic website, CaymanIslands.com. This phone number rings right beside me here in my office. Contact me. That is my email. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram, Cayman in Canada _TVZ, or you can friend me on Facebook. I like friends. Please friend me. And again, let's revisit why sell the Cayman Islands. Highest standard of living in the Caribbean, important for a post-COVID safety and security environment. 3-island experience, culinary capital of the Caribbean, friendly and high quality customer service, high repeat Canadian visitation. You can earn commission on condos and water sports, so please make sure you're pre-booking excursions. Hotels are within 15 minutes from the airport, so multiple reasons to get your clients to the Cayman Islands, and I promise you, once you get them there, they will keep coming back. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your attention. I'm looking forward to your questions.
Tammy, thank you so much for your presentation. It was so wonderful, and the images were beautiful and so inspiring and aspirational. I know it was just difficult time for everyone, and there are lots of questions. But I still want to encourage everybody to ask questions in the chat, and people are also using the Q&A box. So what I'll do is I'll read the questions out to you and let you answer them. And then if there's anything that we do send out a thank you email after this with the recording. So we can also add in some resources to that thank you email that there's some people that are asking for some things. So your first question is, do you know which Canadian wholesalers offer condo rentals?
I'm going to say there's no Canadian wholesalers that offer condo rentals. You'd have to contact them directly, and the generally they offer 10% commission.
Great. And this is two people asked about the marathon. They want to know when the marathon is. Is there a half marathon? Can it be power walked?
Absolutely. So the marathon happens the first Sunday in December of every year. There is a half, a full, and a 4x6 relay. So that means 4 people run 6 miles, which will give you a complete marathon. And I'm sorry, what was the? There was another question.
is there a half marathon? You said there's a
Yes, there is a half. Yeah.
And can it be walked?
It can be walked, absolutely. There is a time limit. You need to finish within 6 hours, but you can certainly walk any one of those events.
Oh, great. Great. You did, I think you sort of answered this question, but which property would you recommend for high-end clients, foodie, beachfront walk onto the sand accommodations? Smaller, more intimate property preferred?
I would offer the Caribbean. I would suggest the Caribbean Club or Palm Heights. Those are two very attractive properties and suitable for higher end clients looking for that, that special attention and that smaller boutique property.
Great. What beach or area offers the best offshore snorkeling?
Oh, you know what? Anywhere you can get in the water, you can snorkel. You know, the beach in the Cayman Islands is Queen's Land. It's public land. No one's ever going to stop you from walking on the beach or using the beach. The only thing they might do is ask you not to use their beach chairs. So, like I said, anywhere you can get in the water, you can snorkel. We have designated snorkeling spots like Cemetery Reef, which is a popular snorkel spot. Or anywhere, like I said, just get in the water and snorkel. It's all fantastic.
Nice. And two people asked this question. What are all of these festivals and events, for example, the Cayman Cookout, etc., still on track to happen in 2020, or will we have to wait until 2021 or 2022?
So Cayman Cookout and Taste of Cayman happens in January, so that's past now. Hopefully we'll be in a position where that will happen in 2021 as scheduled. Some events have been canceled, but I'm going to say most are postponed and shifted down to the later months in the fall.
Great. Do you know which hotels offer family-size rooms but are also wheelchair accessible?
Yeah, I do. So family size rooms and accessible. The first one I would probably pick is the Kimpton. They have a number of ADA accessible rooms. Also, I'd look at the Holiday Inn. So depending on what range of hotels you're looking for, there are many properties that have the accessibility option. And I do have a list of all those properties. So if that person wants to reach out to me offline, I'm certainly happy to share that information.
Great. And the PowerPoint for this presentation, will you be sharing it?
I can, absolutely.
Great, because there's a couple of people that had questions about some of the your contact information page and social media pages. So, and someone did ask for the PowerPoint presentation. So we'll include that, I guess, in the thank you email. Yeah,
I'll send it to you in PDF form, and then you can attach it. So that should be fine.
That's perfect. And another question is, are car rentals available?
Absolutely. Plenty of car rental availability at the airport and around the island within hotels. Easily accessible. And I highly recommend renting a car at least for a day to explore the island. Just keep in mind you're driving on the left.
Great. Oh, that's important. I didn't think of that. Thank you, very informative. Wondering what the turtle experience is called to someone, just in case they missed it. They're wondering.
I'm sorry, say that again?
What the turtle experience, where you let the turtles back into the...
Yeah. So Cayman Turtle Center, they've evolved, and what they're doing now is turtle releases. When I say they've evolved, I mean they've been in business for a very long time, and they're now offering these turtle releases, which are kind of a new thing the last couple of years. And we can contact Cayman Turtle Center and schedule a turtle release on the beach.
Great. And so someone else asked about that's where you go for the turtle experience. Is that the only place, or are there other experiences with involving turtles?
For the turtle release, that's the only opportunity. So you can schedule that at pretty much any part of the beach. They will come to you and then set that up. Oh, but they're the only operation that offers the turtle release.
Another question is, are there smoking restrictions on the island?
The same as they are in Canada. There's no smoking in restaurants, in public spaces. I think it's a little more lax than what we experience here. You've got a little more latitude. You know, you might, but definitely not in restaurants. I mean, you can't smoke in a restaurant. Hotel lobbies, I think, are limited as well. So is that cigar smoking or cigarette smoking?
The question was just about smoking.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, people are generally respectful.
If the person that asked that wants to elaborate a little more, can you please type that in the chat box? That would be great. In the meantime, there are actually 2 questions about food. Does Cayman have a national dish? And what is your favorite Cayman dish? And what restaurant would you find it in?
Oh, I love food. So there is a traditional Caribbean cooking in Cayman, and some of the dishes that you might refer to, you know, rice and peas, mahi-mahi. So Cayman style mahi-mahi, you know, breadfruit, oxtail. It's pretty much the Caribbean range. My favorite would be, so let me expand on that. You can also get, you know, cracked conch and ceviche and conch chowder, red and white. There's all kinds of amazing local dishes. And my favorite would be Cayman style mahi-mahi. I love the fish. And Cayman style is kind of like a red, it's made with peppers and onions and spices and pico pepper sauce. And it's very zesty and very satisfying. It's lovely.
That's great. About diving, somebody was asking, is an international, driving, sorry. Is an international driver's license required to rent a car?
No. So what happens is when you go to the car rental place and you rent a car, they'll sell you a driving permit. This permit is $25 US, and basically they take your Canadian license at par for a Cayman Islands license, and you're issued a driving permit. There's no international license required, but I'm sure it will be accepted if you do have one. But you'll still have to buy a driving permit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Here's a scuba diving question. What is the best property to stay at for scuba diving?
So if you want to do a dive vacation and you're looking for dive properties, we have a number of independent operators and also some dive resorts in Grand Cayman. We'll start there. So you've got Sunset House, Ocean Frontiers, and Compass Point. You've got Cobalt Coast. So they would be the main ones, and you could get a full-on dive experience staying at those properties. And then we also have Pirates Point, Southern Cross, Little Cayman Beach Resort, Brac Reef Beach Resort, and those are all-inclusive dive-focused dive resorts on our sister islands. So if that person wants to reach out, we can certainly talk about options and narrow the options down, because there are a lot.
That's great. Sorry, one moment. Someone says, just wondering about the type of water sports offered. Any motorized or only non-motorized sports?
No, there's motorized, and we have jet skis, and there's boating. You know, I would say, you know, what type of motorized is that person looking for? You know, we do a jet ski safari, which is quite fun. I can't actually, off the top of my head, think of anything motorized other than the jet skis.
Sounds good. There was a question here about cruise ships in Georgetown. And is there going to be a re-examination of the proposed new cruise ship berthing in Georgetown with all the impact of COVID and in the cruise industry?
I haven't heard anything official on that. I suspect that there will be, you know, given what all this environment is now. I would continually check the government websites for updates just to see where they're at. Like I mentioned before, our government focus is on the residents at the moment and nothing else. So when tourism is back on the table, we'll certainly have a look at that.
Great. And when is the flower swim?
In June.
June, okay.
That then may be postponed this year.
Right. Oh, okay, for sure. And do you have any recommendations for a location, hotel, or resort for solo travelers?
Solo travelers. Yeah, anywhere really. I mean, it's the world is your oyster in Cayman. It's safe, it's clean, it's a great environment to travel. I would highly recommend anyone, or I would highly encourage anyone who's traveling solo to go ahead and visit the Cayman Islands. It's not an issue.
That's great. One person was also asking about brochures for the properties you mentioned. Can they email you directly for the brochures they'd like to get?
Absolutely.
So, and in the thank you email, we'll of course be including your information. Another question is about the island. Is the island flat, or are there a lot of mountains and hills?
No, we're pretty much at sea level. I'm going to say Grand Cayman, Little Cayman are pretty much flat at sea level. The only place you're going to experience elevation is in Cayman Brac on that bluff with the 46.6 meter rise.
Mm-hmm. And which tour operators in Canada sell land only instead of
land only?
Yeah, no.
No, you're always going to get the air and land. So with WestJet, Air Canada, Sunwing, they do the combination of air and land. I would suggest reaching out and booking directly if you're just looking for land.
Okay, great.
And if that person's looking for more, like if they want to put together an itinerary for their client, happy to help them do that as well.
Perfect. What is the best hotel for families that is clean, comfortable, but not too expensive and all-inclusive?
I would say, so there's 2 all-inclusives in Cayman. One is Margaritaville, which is centrally located not in Georgetown, but on 7 Mile Beach, close to Georgetown. And then you've got the Wyndham Reef in East End. So both of them are very suitable for families, all-inclusive, and offer all those options. I would look at whether you want seclusion and beachfront accommodation or whether you want to be in Georgetown. Depends what your family's looking for.
Great. There's a question about accessible properties, and someone's looking for a list of all of them. So they should contact you directly. Is that the best way to do it?
I'll send you that list so you can share it in the resources.
Perfect. That's great. Seems like it's been asked a couple of times. When is the high season and the shoulder season? Oh, and rainy season is the next one.
Okay. So high season is typically December through April.
Mm-hmm.
Shoulder season is typically May and November. Then you've got your summer, and rainy season is typically September.
Oh, great. And it looks like one of the participants was saying that Expedia sells land only in Cayman Islands for Canadian agents. So that's a good resource. That's good to know. What are the requirements to get married in Cayman? It's
very easy to do. You can do it immediately on the cruise ship. There basically are no requirements. You have to have an officiant and contact one of the service providers on island. There's no blood test, there's no wait time, so you can do it quite easily.
Okay, and the person that submitted that corrected me. She said Expedia tap, and the important part is the important part, she said, to book land only. Thank you for correcting me. It says here, Cayman is generally sold to divers. Would non-divers have enough to do on the island? Oh, absolutely. Diving is just one of the things we do really, really well. There's plenty of other activities. I mean, listed within the experiences and the events, and there's lots of activities. There's lots of family activities. Cayman is very much a family environment. Businesses are still closed on Sundays. It's very much I would say it's kind of a conservative environment. You're not going to find any, there's no gambling, there's no nude beaches, none of that. It's a very respectable family environment with lots of family fun-filled activities to do between the water sports and the land activities and the hiking and the Mastic Trail.
Pedro St. James. There's plenty of activities for everyone. You will not be bored.
That's great. And can you expand on the GoPro cameras being offered at, through Marriott hotels? Also, is this option available at anywhere else?
No. So that's just one of the amenities that the Marriott is currently offering. It's just a GoPro availability. So they have a certain amount of cameras available to their guests for the day, and you can go and check out that camera and use it and then bring it back.
Great. And it looks like this is the last question. So if there's any other questions, can you please, this is the time to type them in the Q&A box or the chat box. The last question is, are there any villa rentals offering agent commissions on Cayman for groups and families who still might be looking to limit public interaction post-COVID?
Yeah, absolutely. All the options that I showed you with the villas, luxury Cayman villas, they all offer a commission and can certainly accommodate all your restrictions or requests.
Great. And that looks like it. Everybody, there's a lot of great feedback. People said, thank you so much for your great presentation.
Great.
Someone said, I appreciate Tammy's challenge and say Cayman now. That's great.
Awesome.
That looks like that's it. So thank you everybody for participating today, and thank you for all the great questions. An email will go out shortly with a recording, as well as all the great resources that Tammy has given you today. So thank you, Tammy. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Thank you so much. It was great. I appreciate all the questions, and it's been a great experience. I'm very happy we were able to do this. And again, like Emily said, everyone should, hopefully stay safe, stay at home. We'll get through this together.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.